As Mesilat Yesharim, Ramchal. So we were talking about how a person makes most of his mistakes because he's not even paying attention to what he's doing. He's just spiritually sleeping, going on the way, getting distracted here, distracted there, not paying attention to what he has to focus on. So therefore he says, a person wants to watch himself, guard himself. He has to know two things. He has to know, number one, what's really good and what's really bad, and what should I avoid and what should I attach myself to. And number two, once I know what's good and what's bad, which things do I do during the day is considered good or what's considered bad. And therefore, what should I keep close and what should I push away? First, I have to know what's good or what's really bad. And then I have to check my day. In my day, where do I see this good? Where do I see this bad? So therefore, he says, when you pay money, back till this day they do it. When you pay a $100 bill, people get nervous. They put it in the machine to check it, or they put the pen to check if it's counterfeit or not. That's what we have to do to ourselves. We have to check on our day. If this is real, this is fake, this is good, this is bad. I have to check if this is good for me, and I should accept it and I keep doing it or not. And he says this applies two times. B'shat ma'aseh v'shelo b'shat ma'aseh. When I'm doing the actual thing, before I actually take an action, I have to check, is this good for me? And even after I decided it's good and I did it, I have to sit afterwards and think, did I do it the right way? Right? For example, a person, he says, should I go here or should I not go here? No, it's not good, so I don't go there. So I went here, and I went and I did that. So when I did this, and this is a mitzvah, how did I do the mitzvah? Was the mitzvah good? Was it bad? Did I do it all the way? Did I do all the details? Was I late? Was I on time? Person has to do after the action was already done. He has to see if there was good and bad in it as well, right? There's a famous story happens with many tzaddikim. Have Yisrael Salanta or Levi Yitzhak Ditchav. He came to the town, and the guy said, "Oh, Rabbi, beautiful." He said, "What happened?" He said, "That's all I just needed a rabbi. You came." He said, "What do you need?" He said, "I need a shochet. You know how to shochet chickens?" He said, "Yeah, I know how to do." He said, "Perfect. I have a lot of ghosts here today. I have a lot of guests. You're gonna help me. You're gonna help me." He said, "No problem. So you want me to be shochet? Yeah, I'll be my shochet." He says, "1 second before, can I talk to your business a little bit?" He says, "What happened?" He said, "I need $1,000 just to get to the next city. I come back. On my way back, I'll pay you back. Can you give me a loan?" He says, "Listen, I don't know who you are. How can I trust you? Just like that, out of nowhere, you ask people for loans. What do you mean? You don't have no friends here? Who knows you?" I said, "I don't understand. If the loan, you can't give me a loan. But for shochet, you trust me right away, 100%, eyes closed. What is this? The way you are in the business is the way you have to be with the mitzvot also. You're strict over there. You have to be strict over here. So therefore, a person has to do cheshbon nefesh. There shouldn't be a contradiction." He says, the sages tell us, right, in Masechet Eruvin, Machloket, Beit Shammai, Beit Hillel, a long time, and they came to conclusion, was it better for a person to be created or not? The Gemara says, conclusion, Noach lo la'adam shelo nivra. It would be better that a person would not been created. Why? Because there's so much of a chance to fail in this world. But now that we were created, what should we do? Yifashvesh ma'asav, yimashmesh ma'asav. Now that you were created, our obligation is what? To make sure to examine our deeds, to make sure our deeds are proper. Right? There's two Hasidim. They're nervous about the judgment day. So one Chassid to the other, he said, "Listen, woe is for me. I'm very nervous. I did a lot of averot." The other guy says, "No, that I'm not scared of. I could just say that I couldn't fight the temptation. Yetzirah was too strong. What I am nervous is my mitzvot. How did I do my mitzvot? Did I come on time? Did I come late? When I prayed, did I have kavanah? Did I not have kavanah? Was I doing it because I wanted to show everybody I do the mitzvot? Or did I do it because I really believed in it?" All these, that's what I'm nervous they're going to ask me about. My mitzvot, how I did my mitzvot. Right? There's another story with the Chozim Lublin. They came back from Tashlich. Tashlich is when we throw our sins away into the water, right? And we ask Hashem to have mercy by the water. Right. So then the Chozim Lublin had a student, Rav Naftali Miropshitz. So the rabbi was leaving Tashlich, and his student, Rav Naftali, was coming. So he said, "Where are you going?" He says, "I'm going to go pick up the averot that the rabbi threw away." Meaning to say that the rabbi's averot is like my mitzvot, because the rabbi, his averot is very, very small. He pays so much attention to the detail. My averot are blatant mistakes, or obvious mistakes. The rabbi's mistakes are very, very small. I wish my averot would be on your level, so I'm going to go pick up the averot that you threw away. Meaning, he was saying like a mashal, that I wish I could be on the rabbi's level. He always checks what he does and make sure he's careful about it. And he says, therefore, a person has to do cheshbon nefesh. He has to sit and do a careful daily accounting. When you close the store, you open the register, you see how much money we made today, how much did we make yesterday, overall what was our expense, overall for the month how much did we make, what's wrong, what's going good, what's selling good, what's not selling good, what should we make more, what should we not make more of, what should we sell, what should we not sell, what should we stop selling. So you have to do the same thing with yourself, accounting of your deeds every single day. Sit at the end of the week and go and see and try to think of it, or every day at the end of the day. By Kriyat Shema L'Mitah, the Arizal says you have to do cheshbon nefesh of how your day went and what did you do. But without this, the bribe will blind the eyes of the wise. Without this, you'll be bribed, you won't pay attention, and you'll make a mistake. So look at this. We'll end with the story of the Aptarav, the Rebbe of Apt. So he was sitting on a court case in the Bedin. After several days of discussion, all of a sudden the rabbi says, I'm out. I'm not sitting on this case anymore. I quit. So they want to know why. So the following Friday evening, he put on, after putting on his jacket for Shabbat, he realized there's an envelope with money inside one of his jackets. And it was put there by one of the people involved in the Bedin, in the case. The rabbi said, I couldn't understand what happened. I remember in the middle of Bedin, something came over me. I felt like something was pushing me towards one guy that I should go and do what he says. And I didn't know why, and now I know why. Now I know why, because they put the money in my pocket and I didn't realize. So he says, look, the person not in his control, you'll be bribed by the allure of we're staying at work, maybe another customer is going to come in, I shouldn't go to minha, I have to go to work early, I can't stay for shiur, learn in the morning. You're going to be bribed by a lot of things in the world, and you have to be careful to sit yourself in a time where that's not in the moment, to be able to call yourself out and realize, NBA players, they sit and they watch the film. Oh, you see, you took a bad shot here, you see, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done this. How much more so we should do the same thing for our neshama. And he says, and that's what it says in the pasuk, Tashet Hoshech v'hi laila. You make darkness and it is night, which means not just physically there's darkness, there's also spiritual darkness, and a person has to be careful not to be in denial. You know those guys? So listen, you got to stop smoking. Yeah, I can stop anytime I want. No problem. Tomorrow I can stop. The guy says, yeah, tomorrow I'll go on a diet. Tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow I'll go on a diet. I'll lose the weight like this. Just like this I can lose the weight. And we say this to ourselves all the time. The next day we get bribed again. The next day we get bribed again. And therefore a person should not say, yeah, Rabbi, if I want to be a tzaddik, I can be a tzaddik like this. I could just change my ways, start learning Torah, start praying the high level, and stop these avirot and this nonsense. I could stop watching TV, and I could stop, going to hanging out with these people. In 1 second I can stop, Rabbi. And your person has to know it's not going to happen. That's not true. Just like an addict, he says the same thing. You have to do every single day cheshbon nefesh, and slowly, step by step. That's why it's a path of the just. He says there's many steps. Judaism is not like this. It's step by step, building block after building block. Baruch Amen.